fine. I hope your disco is. I hope you're doing wonderful. I hope you're doing fine. This is a Bond Brief, TLT Brief. This is what I'm doing these days. I only trust this at the moment, and I am only trading what I trust right now. And I'm happy to say I feel very safe when it comes to TLT. All right, so let's look at my assumption of a tradable bottom, or maybe a monthly bottom, at least a tradable bottom. So first thing I do usually, I look at measure moves. So I looked at ABCs and I found a good measure moves, which is the low of October 2021, the high of December 2021. ABC is almost 176 Fibonacci extension of A to B. All right. And this thing also came in a form of a bear trap, which indicates trapments of the bears and make the price action go to the opposite direction. And this is exactly what happened. The low was 130 something, and the high, the close of this week is 133.44, shy of the high of 133.54. So I looked at the measure moves and I found place for the buyers that gathered. Second, I looked at the bear trap. Third, I looked at the rejection candle, this amazing rejection candle. You can see it's easily right here in a form of a bona fide amazing, right here, this one right here. Amazing hammer bullish Rami. Amazing with price expansion to the upside. So measured moves, bear trap, a hammer, which made a beautiful bullish harami. Second, I looked at the RSI, and I have a rule that you do not have a bottom unless you miss the 30 for the RSI, and it would be preferable and nice if you have a positive divergence, and this is exactly what happened. The low of Jan 18th, 2022, we made a low here and a lower low last Wednesday, whereas okay, look at it here. Whereas, let's see, 18th, if it's the same one. Yeah, okay, let's do the 18th. The low here and a higher low there. And we could look at another low here in Feb 14th. Oh, maybe Feb 10th. And a higher low the last Wednesday. So that's always preferable to have elevated RSI with positive divergence. And that's what happened. ABC, measured moves, bear trap, bullish hammer / bullish harami, and also positive divergence where the RSI did not go below 30. I really follow this religiously. And very important thing too is the gap theory. We had 3 consecutive gaps, which gave us a nice bottoming idea, or bottoming, start of the bottoming process. It could be a bottom, could be a monthly bottom. It is definitely a tradable bottom. So we started with the breakaway gap, okay, that happened in March 8th. Then a couple of days later, we have a midway gap, which is the like the mid-range of this high to this low. It would have an equal move, and it would give us a measure move to the last Wednesday low, and we had that exhaustion gap. So we have breakaway gap, midway gap, then an exhaustion gap. So, and after that you have a reversal, and you close above that weeks that it almost at the week's high. So let me recap again. ABC's measure move 1.76 Fibonacci extension, bear trap, positive divergence, RSI over 30, bullish hammer, gap analysis. Okay, and also that's to give you the bottom, but the tradable thing is also when you talk about that Bollinger Band. Okay, you closed inside of the Bollinger Band, comfortably inside of the Bollinger Band, which indicates a reversion to the 20-day moving average, which would be the 136.29. So it is extremely, absolutely probable that we will visit the 20-day moving average. Maybe it's going to go lower than this one because it's going down. Maybe right there. No one knows. But it's almost 95% chance that we will hit this number, this 20-day moving average. Okay? Good deal. So let's look at another chart. Another thing, that's what happened. Today, on Friday, we had a beautiful bullish candle, which is one white soldier. You opened almost at the top of this body, of the previous day body, and you closed above the high of previous day. This is extremely bullish in level analysis, and extremely bullish in Japanese candles analysis called one white soldier. All right. Okay, another thing, we have the highest trading volume since March 2020. So 2 years high volume and an important bottom. I'm telling you, this is extremely probable that we will have a tradable bottom. Okay, good deal. So I talked about the daily time frame. Let me talk about the weekly time frame. Another beauty in the week. And also for the week, we have the highest trading volume since March 2020. The same thing, which is extremely important. And what happened for the candle at the end of the week? We have a beautiful hammer that closed inside the Bollinger Band in the weekly time frame, which indicates going for the mean reversion, which is 143, or the 20-week moving average, with the bear trap, which makes a very, very possible and probable short squeeze, which means people in the short side will cover their shorts and will go back and buy TLT. Okay, good deal. So also, I talked about the hammer, I talked about the stuff. So it is extremely, extremely obvious that I'm not bullish on TLT just because I want to be against the herds, even though it's really good to be against the masses, but the technical supports that. Another thing, if you notice, in the past, TLT or the market or the debt security market or anything in the financial markets always forward-looking, always looks at the future. TLT topped in August 2020 at the height of that quantitative easing tapering. So because it was looking for an inflation ahead, and the inflation, we felt inflation in 2021. So TLT collapsed at that time. It collapsed. You could look right here from August till March, right here, till March 2021, collapse with QE at that time. And if you follow fundamental news at that time and news, you would not sell TLT yet. It went down, and now it went back up, and now it went down before the rate hiking cycle. We start collapsing after this bull trap that took place in December 2021. It was a bull trap, and it collapsed. Okay, so TLT, the financial market, the debt security market, it's always forward looking. And that's why I'm very bullish on TLT Please don't forget to like if you like, share, subscribe, and do remember that disco is forever.